Let's now consult Phillip Hagedorn, Chief Investment Officer of ATR Asset Management, where he thinks the market might be headed today. Good morning, Phillip.
Morning, Mika.
Thanks for joining us. So where do you see the GDP going for the third quarter, and what's your full year forecast?
Well, I think we're going to see it get back on track, and back on track means stronger than the first 2 quarters of this year and approaching the 6% number. And I think, 6 weeks away from Christmas, we're starting to think about next year, and our view is we're going to have GDP at about 6.3 to 6.4% next year. So that's the focus, and that's, I think, the reason why you should be looking at the market today.
Right. What might be the biggest threats to Philippine growth at the moment, and how might that affect investments and the flow to equities?
Well, as far as GDP is concerned, it's still going to be the government spending at the end of the day. And I think a lot has been talked about the delays. We expect to see that we're back on track. I think it's very good news about the new development of including PPPs as a part of the strategy today. And I think that's going to benefit that infrastructure story moving forward.
Now, what about the MSCI rebalancing November 29th? How much of a hit should we expect the market to absorb then? And what might be dragging the market? Where do you see the PSEI ending for the year?
Well, I think first on the MSCI, we're going to continue to see China play a bigger role there, and other countries getting downgraded a little bit. But I think the big move for the Philippines is done. Not too concerned about any effects in the short term. And I'm looking forward to the market. We maintain our view from the beginning of the year. We felt around 84, 8,500 would be where we would end the year, and I think that's still where we're going to end the year.
All right. Thanks, Phillip, for sharing with us your initial thoughts. We should get back to you as the market opens right now. But we're still back with Phillip Hagedorn, Chief Investment Officer of ATR Asset Management. This listing, Phillip, of Phoenix Petroleum, what are the prospects for the company's growth, especially with a joint venture, LNG joint venture with Sinuk?
I think, the prospects for the company are good. I mean, I think the oil industry, I guess, has seen some consolidation in the price, and consumers should see the same. But demand should continue to grow. I think the need to move Filipinos around is a big challenge, and that should benefit these energy companies. Huh?
Right. Well, taking a look at the Philippine Stock Exchange Index now, it's actually opening Thursday higher by 0.5% now to 80.69. We've seen wild swings, Phillip, in the past couple of days. At this rate, where do you see the PSEI ending the year at, and what catalyst might drive the market at this point?
Well, we've had the view all year that the fair value should be right around the 8,500 level, and I think that's driven by the main driver of that would be earnings growth. We're seeing 2019 as probably the strongest earnings growth year we've seen in maybe 5. The third quarter numbers are still looking very promising. The PE multiple of the market is at its low end of the range. So I would expect that we get our Santa Claus rally in and head towards the 8,500 level. We broke out of the 8,000 level in a very short period of time. We were at 8,200, taken some of that back in the last day or so, but I think it's a sign that the new support is at 8,000, and the market should be headed to 8,500. We've got 6 weeks for Christmas, 7 to the end of the year, and I would expect the market to be on an upward movement in that period.
Well, after a tumultuous year, of course, we're all looking forward to a possible Christmas rally right there. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today, Phillip Hagedorn, Chief Investment Officer of ATR Asset Management. We appreciate your being here.